This is Glitch Reaper here, and I'm here with Enderman of Doom, with another piece of the Engender mod. So say hello.
Welcome back, people, and today we will be discussing the Ender Dragon, the next boss in the tier 5s. It is being done after the weather because it is both stronger and more complicated.
Yeah, and for that matter,
Even though the weather got some snazzy new moves.
true, the Ender Dragon also has snazzy new moves, so hence why we're doing this also specially. The fusion part for the Ender Dragon, it's gonna be a bit trickier than previously, because this will require a dragon egg, a couple of eyes of Ender, 4 obsidian, a dragon head, and elytra, so you will have to find yourself an end ship. So that's an end city with that floating battleship thing off to the side. You will be needing to find that, because that has both the elytra and the dragon head. So if you're going for that, yeah.
And even if you grab yourself an elytra a different way, like purchasing it the dragon head, it most certainly will only be found at the end ship.
There's not, it's weird. There's not really that many alternate ways to get elytra, even with mods. So it's still gonna be a rare and expensive item.
In the Engender mod, it could be purchased from I believe a priest at a higher trade level.
This is assuming you go through a lot of trades.
But the dragon head is found only at the end ship.
Yeah, that's a definite.
The dragon egg comes from the regular Ender Dragon the first time you slay it. Or every time you slay it, if you enable the new game rule.
That reminds me, need to go over a very special item, the Dragon's Horn. This is kind of special. It's related to the Ender Dragon. Getting this, as a reminder, requires 4 obsidian, a nether star, and the Morality Horn, which itself is basically 5 obsidian. So it's a tough looking horn, but what it does is special. In addition to acting like a morality horn, it also has any allied Ender dragons to fly back to you. This is very special because a lot of the flying mobs in this mod like to fly around, sometimes sort of pointlessly. But this at least gets your dragon to come back to you. So yeah. It also says it'll attract even normal hostile mobs, so apparently it gives out a call everything recognizes. So, yeah. Also works on Engender, Asura, and Spectral Dragons, but that's a special note for later.
And it kills any hostile, it kills any standard monsters, or at least does 50 damage to them if they're too close to you.
In other words, it's just...
The blast is that low-pitched.
Okay, let me just hold back a little bit more, and... the sound's not coming through on my side. I need something to attack. Something to attack, something to... here's a slime just going around.
You're just a nub.
Does that even work on Engender slimes, or does it have to be normal creatures?
I think it's, iMob, Entity Mob does? Try Entity Mob. It means a lot of things. It means a lot of different monsters.
I gotta cheer now.
Zombies should get annihilated by it, for example.
Let me see. I have Elder Guardian there. I have the wrong spawn eggs for this particular demonstration. I'm gonna grab myself some husks. Because they don't burn up in sunlight, so they should be perfectly fine. And then I should make sure they're not perfectly fine. Let's see the range on this thing. Because this is specially associated. Really? Didn't go even with that amount of pullback? Okay. That got rid of him. Okay, it's an auto-engage. You gotta keep holding it back until it finalizes, and then it destroys everything around it. Well, kind of. Well, this normal anyhow. Apparently Engender mobs are for the most part immune, so... it's still useful. It got rid of the husks. Well, now it's time for the actual dragon. by the way, when you get to this tier, you start getting massive experience storms, so that lag was, yes, all these experience storms going inwards. So I'm gonna soak these up so they're no longer a problem. Oh, some even landed in a tree. What do they think? This is a bird's nest? Oh, lightning blast. I'm definitely seeing some attacks from here. He has a ton of them. Or she, actually. Especially if it's based on the actual Ender Dragon, which is actually a female. Her name is Jean, normally. But this isn't exactly your normal Ender Dragon. Also note, this Ender Dragon isn't heroed yet, so... You think these attacks are crazy, just wait till I hit him with the scar.
Again, regarding tier 5s, just always ensure that they're heroes.
Assuming I can catch her. Hey, Jean. Okay, you're not the Jean, but you know. I actually... Oh no. I think it's... okay, I'm pretty sure she's heroed now, because I'm pretty sure that was her hero attack. That big rain of ender charges. So, yeah. By the way, if I can...
Rain of Death. Rain of Death. That's what it's literally called. Every mob in 256 blocks is targeted by 10 ender charges. Warning, can be extremely laggy.
Okay, just a moment. I need to... Am I coming down here?
Warning.
Thank you.
Can be extremely laggy.
Yeah. The Ender Dragon is a bit laggy, but that's okay. I mean, you can ride your Ender Dragon, and your Ender Dragon is very, very fast. So, yeah, so just look around and just fly. Really, really fast. Watch things just get wasted.
Yes, you can mount it. It only is moved by the W and S keys.
She also has lightning beams, so that's a thing.
It or he. Or he.
Again, normally the Ender Dragon is more of a she, anyhow. I mean, the egg. Well, that Mojang essentially. So.
Hey, you know me. I consider the egg a re-entry point, not an actual spawn. Not the actual spawn.
True, but at the same time, here we go.
That would be like calling a brain in the jar. That would be like concluding that the brain in the jar belonged to a mother.
Aww, kind of. Okay, I'm letting my dragon fly free for a while just to see various attacks.
It's the best mount ever.
Oh gosh, is this dragon ever fast?
It can also carry up to 6 people at a time.
What places on the dragon's body would that even correspond to?
Technically just along the back.
Ah, so you're flying, well, for those familiar with it, Challenge Showdown style? Like, whenever they're flying on their friendly dragon? Dojo? Jojo, Joe. That's actually his name.
Yeah, literally just along the back.
Yeah. So.
Same abilities as the regular Ender Dragon, can also shoot a healing ball to its owner if they're low on health.
Which won't happen here because I'm not in survival, but just know that that'll happen, that the flow can be reversed. And the horn does work. I got my dragon back.
You can also, by the way, take Dragon's Breath from these, and the Ender Dragon will also shoot at you, or breathe at you in order for you to collect Dragon's Breath with an empty bottle. If you hold an empty bottle in your hand,
yeah, I was trying to find where the empty bottle were. There we go.
So
I knew they were in the brewing section. Just come back here again. I'd like to take a sample.
The dragon will do that on its own. The moment that you have an empty bottle in your hand, it'll shoot some ender charges at you for you to collect them.
Well, that explains the ground.
Just point down. Just point down and click.
Yep, I mounted my dragon instead. That was interesting. Thanks. This works. Hello. Oh, yep. Of course, I'm creative, so the stack may transfer differently, but
you can also right-click the dragon with an eye ender to make it stay or fall. Never mount it when it's staying.
Okay, so I can eye ender this dragon.
I think I might make it so that it automatically stops staying if it gets mounted. But if you mount it and then try moving, the game starts giving you weird messages and that you are having movement issues. You can also right-click the dragon with an ender crystal to give it a permanent ender crystal that hovers above it and gives it permanent healing.
This dragon has a lot of accessories. Just a moment, I need to resummon my dragon with the horn. Seems to be a thing going on here.
Give it an ender crystal. See it floating
right now,
above it.
Stay there. And I'll get myself. Is that under decorative blocks? I'm trying to remember.
Decorative blocks.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
Or decorations.
Aw, permanent crystal. Oh, that is so excellent. Can I do that multiple times?
No, it's just one crystal, but it doesn't need any more crystals. With one crystal against all but the strongest of opponents, the dragon is invincible.
Yes, especially in hero mode. See, this is something I'll probably do right before unleashing the Wither Storm. Because we know that's
do this
intense.
Prep this from fighting an enemy Wither Storm, or if you decide to fight a tough boss like the Chaos Guardian.
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of the Wither Storm, did you add that special drop yet?
Special drop?
You know, the special drop for the Wither Storm. You know, not like just returning your command block, but you know, the special drop you're planning.
Oh, you mean the withered nether star that the Wither Storm is supposed to drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those things. No, not yet. They don't drop. It doesn't drop it yet. It's going to though.
Meanwhile, I'm letting my dragon fly free again. And just seeing how things go. But yeah, you can see that the Ender Dragon in Engender
Ender
has
Dragon
a lot
is
more
powerful.
Including Reigns of Ender charges, the ability to give you an inverted version that heals rather than harms, is eternal source of Dragon's Breath, of course, and of course it still has the breath weapon, although in this case manifested a little differently because of kind of like a flinging effect of it, and has a lightning beam, in addition to of course ramming, and the classic shout all blocks. So yeah. This is one of those times where you might want to consider whether or not you want to have mob briefing on or off. Because that could get intense. And right now, my Ender Dragon is just flying around, all happy with that pistol, just dragging it around like a tow truck.
Wait, do you have the dragon Do you have the dragon on a lead?
No, but that is something you can do with almost all Engender mobs. In fact, probably all of them, right?
You can actually do that with all of them.
Miscellaneous feature I totally forgot to show, so, or at least I think I haven't yet. Oh, big barrage. Whatever is going to be destroyed. What? I didn't see any messages yet? Aww. Either way, if you want to make sure that your dragon, or other mobs for that matter, are following you correctly, rather than, let's say, flying everywhere miscellaneously, it's a good idea to use the lead. In fact, I'm going to make a dive right here, and try to get my dragon to follow me up. Ah! I got that on the dragon just right. Which is really funny because with Engender, there's a special feature that any of the Engender mobs on a lead will never break it. So it just can get like infinitely long.
You can do this with any mob. You can even do it with a Wither Storm. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, any mob as long as it's from Engender, right? This is not a general
Engender
lead.
And when the dragon is on a lead, you will eternally try to fly to one spot, but you will have it by its tail.
Yeah, so you kind of have it under more control than normal, so you may want to lead your mobs into battle literally, to make sure that they go to the right spot, or at least follow you correctly. And remember, as usual, trying to sneak kind of lets them try to group up, although with the Ender Dragon being so far away, sometimes this can take a little while. And back. There we go. Of course, the Dragon Horn works a little more effectively, but still. I now have a sneaky Ender Dragon close by. And as soon as I release the button, that happens. Well. Yeah. Back down here, please. Dragon, dragon, dragon. I need to remember that whole block scooping is going to be an issue. Oops, I think I released the lead. Trying to click on my dragon to ride, but no! Come back, dragon. Okay, this is more effective. It really is. The horn was developed for this reason.
Yeah, if you just put the ship long enough, it will come to on its own.
That too, as I was saying, but this is why the horn was developed, is for an active declaration of, hey, I need you over here. My dragon is circling currently. I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, that's why. Just trying to obliterate mobs as usual. But you can tell why this is so incredible to have Ender Dragon is your ally. He's just like, hey, I'm just gonna raise everything. Goodbye. Vert Mac was killed 4 different ways by the Ender Dragon simultaneously. Still need to figure out that part. Why does it always do the death messages all the time? That's the only time I've ever seen the death messages lying is obviously something can only die once. And that, I think that was one pig killed 3 times.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah, so that's one thing that may require some assistance.
You should give the dragon a word to play. Like summon in a regular wither. That's the first.
Oh yeah, that would be a good way to head off with a regular wither going all out and just watch it get stomped.
Summon wither.
So it's stomping time. I'm gonna give you a worthy target, so yeah, I'm just gonna release here and then watch you do a whole lot of awesome stuff. Kind of. Let me get that out of the way. Weird head placement for a moment there. Hey, over here, got a wither. Attacking while in invulnerable mode. Just moves it around. See, now the wither is trying to get to the dragon, and nope, was distracted by a sheep. Wow, that aggro range is awesome. Oh, that hit hard. Ooh, nice. Beams! The beams are working. He's just totally chasing his wither. It's like, hey, I see you down there. And about down. Was blown up by Ender Dragon. There's a message you don't see every day. Yeah. So if you want a really interesting way to farm withers, just have yourself an Ender Dragon from Engender helping you out, and they will be gone in no time. So yeah, that'll help. So if you need to collect some Nether Stars, here's a good way. Because that came out real fast. I seem to be collecting some miscellaneous stuff, so go. And, oh, yeah, this will be for last. So, would you say that's it for the Ender Dragon for now?
That would be about it.
Something else upcoming will be the Wither Storm. Again, I think a lot of people agree you've done the best version. So, if you want to see the big main event, that will definitely be next time, where we see the greatest version of the Wither Storm ever brought into the actual, like, main game of vanilla. The only better version is obviously in story mode itself. Because that's, like, you know, the Wither Storm there. Oh, I see an enemy in the distance is totally gonna bite it. Oh gosh, that was a diss. Hovering above me perfectly for a while. Nice. Good job, Energy. This happens right after you sneak or summon the dragon, so for a while, you'll just have a hovering dragon.
The dragon itself has a sneaking animation. Who knew a giant flying lizard could sneak?
Dragons aren't flying lizards. They're kind of their own group, although evolutionarily derived. So, yeah. And so, yeah, if you were sneaking, there is a chance of seeing something assassinated by... What is it? What mob is it that occasionally marks these out? Or is that one of my properties from Engender? I have a glowing horse. I don't remember why. It's just a glowing horse. It's not even anything special. I don't know what was up with that.
Why is the horse glowing?
I don't know. It's just the holy horse. Holy horseshoes, Batman! No, the whole horse is holy, not just the shoes.
It is the holy horse.
Yes, the holy horse. So, yeah, that happened. Anyhow, with that, I think it's pretty much safe to go now, but I do want to go out in a very particular way, if I can. Let me put these up so I can do this, because I want to go out on my dragon. There we go, because I just wanted the view. Whoa, quickly dragon.
How to train?
Not the best timing. And not the best timing to go with this view. Okay. Oh wow, the vibration is making this really weird. I'm jostling all over the place on this dragon. Oh my god.
Right. Vibration.
Okay. This is the glitch disco.
Oh, you mean the fact that you're moving up and down?
No, it's more side to side. You're gonna want to see this later. It's like going on turbo. Oh, this is funny. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, it's been glitch free for Zoom. We're gonna be logging off. So, hope to hear from y'all later. So, bye for now. Bye.
See you in the next video, people.